Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine. I am back here with another video. Welcome to my channel. Oh, girl, this video is going to be something special because the Framing Britney documentary has been released on Hulu and FX, which I watched. And let me tell you, girl, do I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. So I don't know where I'm going to begin with this, but welcome to my channel. We're going to talk about Britney. Get your snacks, get your popcorn and everything. Girl, I'm still waking up. I went to sleep. I was supposed to record this after the documentary, but I was so tired. So we're about to get into this thing now. We're going to talk about the documentary and my thoughts and my opinions and everything about this. And you guys know you can comment and let me know what you guys think about the documentary. You're more than welcome to, but we're about to get into this gig, okay? Yes, girl. Clearly, I have a bedhead, girl. Oh my God. Okay. So, this documentary had me so livid. Oh, girl, was I livid. This woman, Miss Britney Spears, she's literally under a microscope. If you take a picture and literally put it in front of this camera, literally that's what her life was. The paparazzi would not let this woman breathe. She wouldn't everything Britney did was seen, and it was just like she couldn't breathe. She couldn't live her life. Her personal life became bigger than her actual artistry. And it feels like that's where the mental seriousness took over. And they really didn't care about her well-being at all. They don't care. They don't care about artist well-being. They really don't. They just cared about getting what's going on in her life unedited and raw. And what kind of messy situation that they can, photograph and put it on a piece of paper so everyone can see what's going on with this woman to help make it look like she's miserable and that she's a problem in her life. Now, this is my issue. Britney is creative and talented, and all she was a little girl who had a dream to be a star. All she wanted to do was sing. It had got so to a point where I believe the greed, now I'm waking up, where the greed really took over her life and her family and the people who, quote unquote, cared about her. Now, this documentary focused on the conservatorship of her father taking over for her well-being and watching over her finances, as well as where the Free Britney movement started within her fans. Now, I didn't know where the actual Free Britney movement originated, but apparently there were these two girls who, I forgot names, that started a podcast based on Britney's Instagram, and it got blown up to a proportion when they started Free Britney because of the fact that she was supposed to do another Vegas residency, which I remember she had announced. She went on Ellen and said, "I'm making an announcement that I have an announcement." I remember, and I was ready, and I was watching that moment. So there was supposed to be a performance that never happened. So that's why she continued walking. And then apparently she went away. And that's when the Free Britney movement started. Even though I feel like it was beforehand, but they said that's when it started. Okay. So if we rewind throughout the whole Framing Britney, throughout the whole documentary, basically her father, which I knew that it was a greed for money in this woman's estate in her life. When you're talking about a family member that hasn't been in this woman's career since she was young, and this man apparently had a drinking issue and all this stuff, and he was a problem father, And then he pops back up at her lowest point to take over and take control of her finances. Something just don't sit right with me when it comes to that. And apparently, they said she was a not apparently, the fact is she was a high risk conservative, which means that basically, long story short, they were making it a business to keep her under this, conservatory status for her father and that lawyer. And the fact that the lawyer had dropped out after the whole situation, that they took away her second residency from her and didn't explain why, that's sad and sickening. Now, I just feel like they don't care about her well-being, and they don't care about her being happy. And the fact that I understand when she had the episode in 2007 when she shaved her head, that was her being rebellious because she is sick and tired of the paparazzi being in her face all the time. That's not, it's not fair to her. Her growing up, she's judged because she's a woman. It starts off saying, oh, you're coming into this business in this industry when it's male dominated right now. And they said it's not okay. So we're just going to judge you by every move that you make, talk about who you date, what you wear, and it seems like they were judging her. And she was just the sweetest person. Oh, it can, And then Britney, she was releasing music out the butt. She was touring all the time, videos all the time. She was working. She was top tier. She was the top tier. Like, she was the princess of pop. Quite frankly, the queen of pop. Because when Britney came out, but she took over. She took over the world. And all eyes were on her. And the fact that I feel like that was the issue. They put her on this pedestal and judged her, be like, you have to be this type of way. You have to look this type of way. You have to talk this kind of way. And honestly, that's a lot of one person. And it's like once they screw up, it's like it's a problem. She's human. She's a human being. You can't take that away from somebody. So that's the first issue. Like, you're judging her and you're expecting her to be this type of person. Especially when she was little, coming from Disney, it's like you're expected to be this perfect image. And she seemed like the perfect girl. But as time went on, she's growing up. She's becoming a woman. She's living life. She's tired. And y'all are always in her face. How do you think that's going to affect her and her well-being and her mentalness? Now, the lady, what's her name, Lynn, was real close to her, and it seems like when her father got into the picture of taking over her conservatorship, they kind of made her step back. I feel like that woman was the only woman who really cared about Britney. I don't know. I know at the end of the documentary it said that her sister didn't want to be in the documentary or declined or whatever. It kind of bothered me because I'm like, where's Jamie Lynn Spears? Where's her sister in all of this? And I feel like Britney needs her sister more than anything right now. I feel like that's a big piece of the puzzle we're missing here. And then you have Britney's kids. You take that away from her because you feel like at the time she wasn't capable of watching them in the state that she was in. Okay, I understand, but you can't keep her children away from her forever. Like, she's a mom. She has kids. She wants to see her, her babies. You know what I mean? I feel like this woman has a right to speak out. And do I feel like her Instagram messages, her Instagram posts are cryptic? Hell yeah. She's trying to get out. Now, my thing is, They've been controlling her for a long time. And not trying to say it's an Illuminati situation or anything, but it could be. But it could be something else too. And honestly, I feel like the fact that they said, when they looked at the whole situation, they didn't really, well, they really didn't explain this. I watched something else that this was planned, the conservatorship was planned for a while before it started. They planned this out. They were like, oh yeah, we can't have her, whatever, doing what she wants to do. We have to control and look at every move that she does. Not like y'all don't do that enough already. Okay. And the fact that the fact that it was planned out makes me even more angry, because clearly it was agreed for business. They said this woman has a $60 million estate. I honestly think it's more, but okay. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. Like, the fact that her father pops up in the situation at her lowest breaking point, they keep taking over because they said she has to pay the people that's her conservatories and then the lawyers that are involved. It's the whole freaking business. They're getting paid for this. They're getting paid to keep her locked in, to keep so she can't be free. They're not going to want to give that up. And that, to me, that's sick. That is so sick, and it's tired. And honestly, this woman deserves some justice. She's been through a lot. She needs to explain that this is why such and such. I was in that state at that time, but I'm fine now. I was supposed to go on another residency, and they took that away from her. Now, the whole thing, what really made me mad was when her father said the Free Britney movement was a conspiracy and people don't know what they're talking about. No, it's because y'all won't let this woman be free. We want her to be free and happy. She has fans that that are worried about her well-being, and who want her to be happy. And y'all, like the industry, y'all don't care about Britney. Y'all really don't. Y'all don't give two flying craps about her. Her fans care about her the most. The whole Free Britney movement, I feel like it's a beautiful gesture and it's very clever. And the fact that it got to it got the attention and that it had deserved, but apparently we didn't get the results that they wanted, was to remove Jamie from being her conservatory. And it's really sad that Britney didn't get the justice that she deserved, but her fans are still out here fighting for her. That's such a beautiful thing. From my personal belief, outside of this documentary and outside of the conservatorship, I know I'm all over the place with this. From me as a fan looking in, from someone who's been watching her since she first came out to now, from 1999 to right now, honestly, I'm really upset about everything, because they didn't give this woman the time of the day. They don't care about her, and and like they said in the documentary, no one talked about mental illness and stuff like that. It's a real thing. They didn't care about her. And what pisses me off the most, she's out here living her life, out and about, cameras in her face, people like bombarding her. Where is her bodyguard? Where is her security? Why didn't y'all give her the proper essentials to be out and about to protect her? Y'all didn't care about her from the get-go. Y'all can't even protect her out here from the paparazzi. I feel like they wanted the paparazzi to do what they did, to get the stories. I don't think they cared about how she felt about the paparazzi at all. because they have a big piece of a puzzle that have affected this woman's life. If the people around her cared about her, they would have did the proper thing to keep this woman safe and grounded when she's out and about, and to protect her. They couldn't even do that because they probably wanted these stories. They wanted Britney to have a downfall. They want her to be at her lowest peak because they know she's the top star and they know it's top dollar, and they probably were all getting a piece of that pie. To be honest, I'm just saying. And from a fan looking in, she doesn't deserve this at all. And it's sad and it's very sick that people are like this. Honestly, this video, I can talk on and on and on and on and on. And I know this is all over the place. I didn't know how I was going to go about this. I thought I was going to be more energetic, with the fact that I just woke up. I'm tired, so I'm a little bit more kind of at ease and calm. But I want her, all I want is for her to be happy. If they need to get rid of her father, I want to know where her mother is. Like, has anyone seen her mother? Like, what's going on? Oh my God, my eye. Like, where's her mother in all of this? Like, that's bothering me a lot. Yeah. Like, it's crazy how they make someone's downfall a business. Basically, that's what this is. That's what it is. They're keeping her away for greed and money. And to me, it's a very sad situation, and it's sick, and she deserves better. And I just don't, I mean, there's nothing else to say. It was that long documentary. Basically, that's what it is. All of that. I wanted to add in something. I feel like every time Britney comes back strong, like she comes back, when she came back from when she came out with Blackout, she came back strong, and she did Circus, and then it was Femme Fatale and all that stuff. She comes back strong. She gives us great music when she comes back. But like, she has never given us bad music. All of it has been good music. And why do they always take that away from her? She has so much potential. I feel like, okay, I should have mentioned this before. Honestly, the people, they love a comeback story. And I feel like they were building up a story because they're like, she's one of the biggest pop stars in the whole entire world of this generation for decades. We're going to build up this story to have the innocent, pretty girl that everyone wants to be next door, to make her look beautiful, and then they take that and then they make her work hard and all this stuff. They make her sell out music, sell out tours. Next thing you know, they put a microscope on her downfall, and they put a camera in her face. Like, to me, it sounds like, and then, when she downfalls, then she picks back herself up, and then they keep her family in control of her money. It just seems like a setup for a whole story of a timeline that they already had planned on doing. Because every time it's like she from the get-go, that's what it was. This little girl that had this dream to become a star. She's been through the dance classes. She was a regular child in this small town. It's the perfect storyline. She was on Disney. She went on Broadway. She did the gymnastics. She she played sports. She was a great child. Then she breaks out with her big hit, and she took over the world. Everyone wants to be here. She, breaks records, and she does this, does that, and then she marries this boy band star. Now about the whole, hold up, I didn't even mention the whole Justin Timberlake situation. They put a microscope on her so heavy, like everything was her fault. That was the first time I feel like they really tried to break her down. Like, they used the whole Justin Britney relationship situation and the like that whole breakup situation, like everything was her fault. How would you feel if someone kept saying, well, what did you do? What did you do? Moms, they said moms are upset at you. They're disappointed in you. They said it's your fault you cheated on him. No one said, didn't ask Justin a goddamn thing to see what he did. Everything was, what did Britney do? Nothing was, what did Justin do? Everything was Britney's fault. That was the first time I feel like they really digged into her. So I had to mention that, but I feel like this was all just a setup. Like, then you had the pop star boyfriend that everybody's like, oh my God, this couple, I want to be in a relationship like that. They're perfect. And they break up. Everything's her fault. And that's when everything started. And then they put a microscope on her relationships and who she's dating and who she's marrying and who she's having kids with. It's really detrimental because it's like, and this was before social media. Like, Britney Spears was a paparazzi magnet. And I'm not going to leave that alone. Like, and honestly, they do these to these stars. It's not just Britney they've done this to. It's Britney, it's Justin Bieber, it's Demi Lovato, it's Miley Cyrus, it's Selena. They do it to all of them. And for the majority part, they all have that one thing in common. But my thing is, it's very sad. I needed to add that one to there. But yes, girl, I don't know where I'm going to put this in everything I had just said before. But I had to mention that because, I want to know what you guys thought about the documentary, how you feel about this whole situation. I really want to know. I'm sure you guys will let me know. Let a girl know. Comment below. It's just really, it saddens me a lot. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for watching. I don't know what else to say about this. I really don't. This is a long video, so I really don't know what else to say. There will be more Britney reactions because you guys wanted. I reacted to her tours. So let me know if you guys if you want to see the full reactions without me editing them, because YouTube, they are blocking stuff. So if you want me to post it on a Patreon, let me know, so I won't have to like really take out anything. Let a girl know something. Thank y'all so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. And thank y'all so much for watching.